Hello everybody, welcome to Life in France. Life in France versus life in the UK. I'm Mark, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget, hit the red button so you don't miss any future releases. In today's episode of Life in France, I'm going to show you how to save money when it comes to buying furniture for your own house in France, if you're looking to start a new life in France, or if you need to furnish a holiday cottage. In particular for a holiday cottage. From a previous episode of Life in France, I talked about troublesome guests running a holiday cottage and how they have perhaps no respect for your property or your furniture. For that very reason, you may not want to put really good quality furniture in your holiday cottage. Now, the place I always go to is called troc.com. They're scattered throughout France, and basically they're a second-hand furniture shop. And the difference between them and an antique brocante shop is about 3 times the price. But the quality of the items generally are exactly the same. As soon as you put antique on a shopfront name, they put prices up 2 or 3 times. So troc.com, guys, that's the place to go. And I'll show you our local one at Lannister. As you can see, guys, there's an abundance of sofas and settees, and you can literally, we picked up, in previous episodes you probably saw me sitting down on a 2-seater leather sofa. That costs €100. Nothing wrong with it at all. And a matching buffet, €25 for a 2-seater leather sofa. And we've actually installed a 3-seater, a 2-seater and 2 singles in our holiday cottage, brand new. I think the 3-seater was €349, €299 for the 2-seaters, and I think the single armchairs were €200 a piece. But they're brand new, and the place just changed and transformed itself dramatically by putting those chairs in. Guys, as you can see, there's loads of tables and chair sets. We had a situation where guests had a fire within the holiday cottage and they actually burnt our table. They said it wasn't down to them and it was like that beforehand. It wasn't, because we inspect the cottage before any new guests arrive. And we had to replace the table. And we picked up a beautiful table. I think it was €175. And then we bought a matching pair of chairs, 6 chairs, and I think they were €225. So, you know, we done so well. And the thing is, you know, we let out our own house for the summer period, and obviously it's our own furniture. And we've had a situation where someone has put hot coffee cups or teacups directly on our wooden table and burnt the table. And again, they denied doing it, but again, we check our tables beforehand, and this was a John Lewis reproduction French table and chairs, oak. I think it was £1,600 for the set. I think the table was £1,000 and each chair was £100. And you know, I love that table. You know, I oil it every year, wax it down, and then someone puts a hot cup of tea on it and puts burn ring marks around it. So that's one of the reasons go to troc.com, because then you're only looking at tables of say €200 rather than £1,000. You know, another thing we have in our main house, guys, is I've got my leather suite that I bought in the UK 20 years ago. £2,600. 3-seater, 2-seater and a leather buffet. And we've had guests coming into our cottage and the kids are jumping all over it. And I've even seen adults sitting on the arms of the sofas. And I'm thinking, you know, it's always been installed on me when I was a kid, you never sit on the arms of sofas because you basically break them. You're putting all that weight on the arm and it can just collapse. And yet we've got adults that are 16, 17 stone sitting on the arms of the chair as soon as they arrive in our cottage. And it's so frustrating. I don't actually say anything to them. And in my mind, I'm just saying, get off the sofa. Get off that arm of the sofa before you break it, because you're going to pay for it if you break it. But I don't say anything. And I'm just thinking, you know, these guests are here for a week or two. What on earth are they going to be doing? You know, just show a bit of respect to our property, please. You know, because it was always installed on me. Never sit on the arms of a chair. Guys, within this shop you'll also find loads of cutlery. You can actually get a full set of plates and cups and whatever for a matter of €5 or €10. So you can really fit out your holiday cottage from troc.com.
Here we have the small wares, guys. Let's take a look.
You can also buy electrical goods there, sort of second-hand washing machines, dishwashers, heaters. So there's an abundance of items that you can find within the Troc. Guys, the one thing you have to bear in mind, it is a second-hand shop, and you can go in there one day, and we've gone in there one day and seen nothing that we want, and then what we have to do is that we tend to go every 3 or 4 weeks, because you'll get new items coming into the shop, and it is purely a luck of the draw what's there when you actually arrive. And sometimes we've gone in and we've bought 3 or 4 items, you know, spending 400 or 500 euros. But we've got a mental sort of list of what we need for our properties, and we go in there and all of a sudden you start seeing the things that you need. Oh, here's a quick tip. If you go through the shop and you see something you like, take the price tag off the item. Because I had this for a TV stand. It was 230 euros. It was absolutely beautiful. They had other matching wooden furniture, but we wanted a new TV stand for our main house. And I was looking at it and I could see this French person having a look at it from afar. So I took the ticket off and went to find the guy to say, I'd like to buy it, can you help me move it please? And as we're walking back, the French woman has approached the guy and said, I'd like to buy this please. And he had to apologise and say, sorry, this guy's already taken the ticket off the item. So if you like something, take the ticket off. It prevents anyone else from buying it. That's my tip. Now guys, some of the items that we've bought have been quite large. You know, we bought sofas and settees, we bought cupboards, we've also bought bureaus for living rooms, and they do a delivery service. We're 25 miles away and they charge us €25. And the chap helps me put it into the property. Save me asking Naomi to help me. The guy helps me lift the heavy stuff. So for €25, you can't beat it. You know, they do door-to-door delivery. They help you get it into the house. One of the things we've done, guys, is that we've created an apartment. So we rent out our main house for July and August, as well as having the other holiday cottage available all year round. So with the apartment, because it is literally just short term, we've kitted out the whole apartment from Troc. You know, we've got the sofas, the chairs, table, a lot of the cupboards and wardrobes are all from there. And it costs next to nothing to basically fit out a house. And that's why we went down that route. You know, at the end of the day, what's the point in putting very expensive furniture in an unheated property when you're not using it during the winter months? Guys, I mentioned some of the sofas that we've bought for the holiday cottage are brand new. They also sell brand new beds. That's a little bit of a sensitive area for me. I will never buy a second-hand bed. Definitely not a second-hand mattress. So I always buy brand new beds. And if you go to Troc, they do single and double beds there at a very reasonable price. Plus they sell the mattresses as well. And they're all brand new. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this short video of life in France and basically how to furnish a holiday cottage or your new home in France. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget, hit the red button so you don't miss any future releases. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon and stay safe. Take care, everybody.